find the best place for a sanatorium, and I read the minutes of the report back in the meeting, and it was astounding because what they were looking at, this was the place. This was a perfect location because the three cures for TB you had were sunlight, you had rest, and fresh air. Honestly, those are the three cures, and this was a place. But what we then saw was Will and Jane struck a deal to sell it for $60,000. So a $1,000 donation in a handful of years came back 60-fold. So in terms of their ability to do business, absolutely mind-boggling. Like, that's stock market returns, and this is the turn of the century. So they sold it, and then the anti-tuberculosis, this was the first building they built. And they sent the architect over to Europe to study the use of sunlight in design, and today we call it daylighting in houses. And what you see is probably a marmot.
Yeah, I'm thinking a squirrel or a marmot.
We got marmots everywhere. They're gorgeous. And so that whole idea of, you know, the not-for-profit getting started, they built this, they use sunlight. So when you're in this building, it's astounding how sunlight penetrates it at 3 or 4 in the afternoon. When we did the research on the old bill of sale, there's a clause, a term that has a time capsule in one end of this building, but it didn't say which end. And it just said if it was ever torn down, the time capsule had to be retrieved. So this is an interest.
We're having a fight.
That's pretty unusual to get them flying this much in this state, so you're pretty lucky. But this is where patients live. Some of them as long as 20 years. There was one journalist that was here for 20 years, and he started a paper called The Tronkilion. And if you go down to the museum, you can read many of the different editions of The Tronkilion. And so back to that history, that community, you know, news, and he did a lot of political satire, reporting on what was happening on the site, that kind of thing.